So here in this problem, we need to illustrate the following displacement graphically. We have three of them: 40 kilometer at a 30-degree angle east of north, 70 kilometer at a 40-degree angle north of west, and 50 kilometer in the northeast direction. Now for each of the problem, what we'll do, we will consider our coordinate axis, where the x-axis is going to represent the direction west and east, and the y-axis will be representing the direction north and south. Now starting with the first one, we have a displacement of 40 kilometer at a 30-degree angle east of north. Let's try to understand the meaning of the words here. We'll start with the last word here, of north. So what we'll do, place yourself at the center or at the origin and point your face towards the northern direction, or look towards the northern direction. So this is the direction where our eyes will be, and from this particular direction we have to rotate ourselves 30-degree clockwise fashion. It's very important that we move in a clockwise fashion, 30-degree angles clockwise into the east direction. So let's say we rotate by some angle of 30-degree in the eastern direction, and from this point we are going to move a distance of 40 kilometer. So this is how we can represent the displacement graphically. So that's the first one. So from the origin point, we first point towards the northern direction, and from the northern direction we are going to rotate 30-degree towards the eastern direction, and once our rotation is done, we are going to move 40 kilometer in that particular direction. So wherever we end, we join it with the help of an arrow, and this arrow is going to give us the displacement. Similarly, coming to the second one, 70 kilometer at a 40-degree angle north of west. First, what we'll do, of west, that means we are going to position ourselves at the center and look towards the western direction. From here, we have to move by an angle of 40-degree in the northern direction. So what we'll do, we will be moving in the northern direction in the clockwise fashion by making an angle of 40-degree with the initial direction, which was the western direction. And once we get the direction, what we'll do, from the origin point, we are going to move a distance of 70 kilometers. So let's say this is a 70 kilometers. It has to be slightly longer than that of 40 kilometers. We're going to call it 70 kilometers, making an angle 40-degree with the western direction. And this is what it means when we say a displacement of 70 kilometer at a 40-degree angle north of west. Coming to the third one, 50 kilometer in the northeast direction. That's a very simple one. Whenever we have wordings like northeast, northwest, southeast or southwest, that means that the particular direction is going to be making, the displacement is going to be such that it's making an angle of 45 degree at each of the two directions. Now since we have northeast direction, what we'll do, from the origin point, we're going to move 50 kilometers. We're going to move 50 kilometers in such a fashion such that we make 45 degrees with each of the two axes. So this is going to be 45 degrees, and we also make 45 degrees with the northern direction as well.